Do you have any relationship with your father? I mean,
What's that? What's a father?
That line hit different after June 2018, because after XXXTentacion was gone, something strange happened. The rumors didn't fade, they multiplied. Sightings popped up in places that didn't make sense. Footage surfaced that felt just convincing enough to spark hope. Some people say it's grief, others say it's clout. But the believers think something else entirely. They think X never really left. The first alleged sighting didn't happen years later. It happened almost immediately, August 2018, just 2 months after his official passing. Fans were still in shock, replaying his music on loop, scrolling non-stop, searching for anything that suggested this wasn't real. That's when whispers started spreading that X had been found alive somewhere near the Bermuda Triangle. The story sounded wild, but the timing made it powerful. According to the rumor, he'd pulled off an elaborate escape, slipping away by sea to avoid mounting legal pressure and constant danger. Some versions claimed he was living on a boat. Others said a private island. All of them painted the same picture: X disappearing into one of the most mysterious regions on Earth. Fans connected it to his past behavior. In 2017, he staged a fake hanging for a music video, shocking the internet and proving he wasn't afraid to blur reality. To believers, this felt like the ultimate version of that move. Then came what looked like confirmation. A viral post circulated with a headline that appeared legit, claiming CNN had reported he was found alive off the coast of Bermuda. People clicked fast, hearts racing, hope flooding back, but it was a trap. The link led to an appliance ad and a comedy skit. No report, no confirmation. Just a cruel troll playing with emotions for engagement. There were no statements from Bermudan authorities, no photos, no videos, no word from his family. And yet, the rumor spread like wildfire. Fans pointed to supposed inconsistencies in leaked footage. They compared it to Tupac theories. They argued that the lack of closure meant something bigger was at play. Eventually, the rumor faded. But it left a scar, because once the idea was planted, it never really left. February 2019. The Super Bowl, one of the most watched events on the planet. That's where believers claimed X showed up next. According to the theory, he was in the stands at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, disguised in a hoodie or cap, blending into a crowd of over 75,000 people. Blurry footage circulated online, zooming in on random faces, slowing clips down frame by frame. Supporters pointed out his love for sports. He talked openly about football. He donated to youth programs. The idea that he'd choose the Super Bowl felt bold, but not impossible. The timing added fuel. His posthumous album Skins had just dropped. Fans speculated he was still quietly managing his legacy, maybe even meeting industry contacts behind the scenes. But skepticism hit hard. Reddit threads exploded with people calling the clips misleading and irresponsible. No security reports surfaced, no eyewitnesses stepped forward, and none of the footage showed his unmistakable face tattoos clearly. Experts chalked it up to pareidolia, the brain's tendency to see familiar faces in chaos, especially when emotions are involved. Still, the rumor lingered, because the idea of him hiding in plain sight felt strangely believable. By 2020, the world was locked down. People were stuck inside, glued to screens, falling deep into internet rabbit holes. That's when claims emerged that drone footage had accidentally captured XXXTentacion living on a remote island. The narrative was detailed, too detailed. Believers said he fled to total isolation to escape legal battles, industry pressure, and threats that came with fame. They tied it directly to his music, especially 17, where he spoke openly about wanting to disappear and find peace. Clips circulated showing distant figures on beaches, shadows moving through trees, grainy silhouettes with similar builds and hairstyles. Fans slowed the footage, zoomed in, drew comparisons. The pandemic made it worse. With nothing but time, people connected this theory to Elvis, Michael Jackson, and other legends rumored to vanish instead of dying. But there was a problem. None of the footage was original. Most of it turned out to be recycled stock video or heavily manipulated edits. His family publicly shut the rumors down, explaining how painful it was to constantly relive his loss. Still, the idea stuck because isolation felt like something X might choose. Later in 2020, a new wave of theories suggested X wasn't just hiding. He was risking exposure. Fans claimed he appeared in the background of live TV broadcasts, news segments, entertainment shows, even reports filmed near the place where his shooting happened. Creators slowed footage, enhanced pixels, circled figures, and insisted he was sending coded messages. Supporters believed this proved his death was staged, that he was orchestrating a long game, waiting for the perfect moment to return. The timing lined up with posthumous releases and major collaborations, which only fueled speculation that he was still pulling strings. But forensic analysts quickly stepped in. The videos were either edited or simple cases of mistaken identity. No broadcasters confirmed anything. No raw footage supported the claims. What it really showed was how grief rewires perception. When people aren't ready to say goodbye, they start seeing hope everywhere. January 2000 brought the theories back to Florida. Believers claimed X was living quietly somewhere near Miami, blending into normal life. The logic made sense to them. Florida was familiar. It was home, a place where he could stay close to family without attracting international attention. Blurry photos surfaced online, often showing masked figures, which felt believable during the pandemic. Fans pointed out similar builds, hairstyles, and glimpses of tattoos. Emotion played a huge role here. X's music was deeply personal. Albums released after his death felt intimate, almost like letters. Imagining him healing somewhere close offered comfort during a chaotic time. But once again, the evidence collapsed. The images were traced back to edits or random lookalikes. No officials confirmed anything, still the theory refused to die, because this time, the claims didn't come from photos. June 2024 changed everything. Viral videos flooded TikTok claiming XXXTentacion had been spotted near his former residence in Florida. Not just seen, acknowledged. Fans in cars shouted his name. Someone waved, someone nodded. The timing was eerie. The clips surfaced during the anniversary week of his death. Emotions were already running high. Believers argued the location made it undeniable. Parkland was deeply tied to his story. Seeing him there felt personal. But investigators noticed something off. Many of the clips were old. Some dated back to days before his death. Others featured impersonators attending memorial events. The truth came out, but the impact remained. Because for a moment, it felt like closure had cracked open. And just when things seemed to calm down, the rumors escalated again. Later in 2024, fans claimed X had been spotted at concerts, possibly backstage, slipping through restricted areas. TikTok edits exploded, red arrows, zoomed faces, music swelling underneath, the idea that he'd returned to the scene that made him felt poetic. Then April 2025 brought the most intimate claim of all. According to viral posts, he was seen inside a house, possibly his old Parkland mansion. Witnesses described tattooed arms, tied-back dreads, mundane moments like cooking or gaming. It felt deeply personal, almost invasive. AI-enhanced images circulated. Dramatic recreations added realism. Reddit discussions spiraled, but his family denied it completely. Analysts flagged the visuals as AI-generated or misleading. The house became symbolic, a place fans associated with peace, safety, and the life he never got to finish. June 2025, the NBA Finals. Fans claimed X was courtside, disguised among thousands, cheering during a historic series. Blurry arena footage spread online. People compared posture, tattoos, energy. They tied it to his love for basketball. Fact-checkers shut it down quickly. It was a look-alike. No security logs, no confirmation. But the theories didn't stop. By November 2021, the claims became almost normal. People said they saw him walking casually, no disguise, no event, just a quiet stroll, maybe grabbing coffee, maybe passing through a familiar street. The idea shifted from dramatic survival to peaceful rebirth. Fans connected it to his lyrics, to anniversary releases, to the way his music never stopped growing. Because to them, numbers like billions of streams didn't make sense without him being somewhere out there. Here's the truth. Every sighting has been debunked, every clip traced, every image explained, but that doesn't matter. Because this was never about proof. It's about connection. about unfinished conversations, about an artist whose music felt like therapy to millions of kids who weren't ready to say goodbye. The internet doesn't let legends fade quietly. It keeps them alive in pixels, theories, and hope. And maybe that's the real reason these sightings never stop. Not because XXXTentacion is alive, but because letting him go feels harder than believing he isn't gone. And now that you've seen everything, you decide